What's going on, guys? Here is a new set of notes. I hope that everybody had a great break, but back to work. Okay, here we go. These are going to be page 42, and it's going to be called Finding Equations of Tables. Okay, and then your goal, as always, is right here. Okay, basically what will happen in these notes is you're going to get a table, you're going to try and find an equation. Okay, and there we go. Now, you see this here. This is going to be up tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow, which is Tuesday. These are the questions I'm going to ask you. Whoops, hold on. These are the questions I'm going to ask you on a quiz. Okay? And you need to tell me the slope and the y-intercept. So basically, you need to take these and do the little story we talked about with Maria. Okay? And you need to, for each one, you need to tell me m equals what? B equals what? So hopefully you're taking notes today. Sucks for the people that don't. Okay, but now back to the real notes. Okay, now to find the equation, we want to try and find y equals, we want to try and find the equation y equals mx plus b. Okay, now if you remember, the first thing that we're going to find, okay, why isn't this thing working? There we go. No, that's not good. The first thing we want to find is m. So here is how we find the m. Okay? Like it says here, find the change in the y. Now, we've done this a bunch already. Okay? You guys always say we see how the y goes by, but really you're supposed to say that we see how the y is changing. So I look here, it's plus 3. I look here, it's plus 6. I look here, it's plus 3. And I look here, it's plus 9. Now, this right here is where you should notice that this doesn't look normal, because usually it would be the same number every single time, but now it's not. Okay, so we've done this. Keep those under, just in your memory on the same table. Okay, so now, shoot, we have that. So I found all these. Okay, this number right here, if you didn't figure it out already, is a 22. So this was a plus 3, this was a plus 6, this was a plus 3, and this was a plus 9. Now, once we have that, that's all well and good. Okay, but now we need to find the change in the x. Okay, you guys are probably going to say, how does the x go by? But we say, how are the x's changing at each stop? So we look at that, and we see here, from negative 2 to 0 is a positive 2. Here is a positive 4. Here is a positive 2. And here is a positive 6. Now, this is the part where every kid messes up. Okay? Some of these changes, they go together. Alright, let's take a look at how this goes. Okay, there we go. These changes, they go together. Okay, I'm going to block this out so you can't see those. But these changes, they go together. These changes go together. These changes go together. And these changes go together. Okay? This is going to be important here in a second when we look at the next slide. Okay? Now, what we need to do to find that slope is we need to do the vertical change over the horizontal change. Remember when we did that with the graphs and we said, okay, this is 4, okay, this is 3, so then m equals 4 over 3? Well, that's similar to this. So write this down, okay, and then I'm going to go back to the other table just so we can see it because I didn't write it on here, okay? So when we look back at this, okay, and I'm going to erase this so you don't see it, so it doesn't mess you up. But remember, plus 3, plus 6, plus 3, plus 9, plus 2, plus 4, plus 2, plus 6. So I'm going to do the change in the y over the change in the x, the vertical change over the horizontal change. Okay? Remember, this is my vertical right here, this 3. So I'm going to do positive 3 over positive 2. That gives me 3 over 2. I'm not going to stop there, though, because I really want you guys to see all this. I'm going to do this one instead now. So I have a positive 6 over a positive 4. Well, if I reduce that, guess what I get? 3 over 2. Next one, I'm going to do this right here. 3 over 2, positive 3 over positive 2 equals, guess what? 3 over 2. Now let's just look at the very last one. Should be easy. Let's use this gray color here. That would be positive 6 over positive 9, which, guess what, is 3 over 2. Does anybody want to guess what m is? You are correct. M is 3 over 2. Now, what that means is, for our equation, y equals mx plus b, it's now going to be y equals 3 over 2x plus b. Okay? All that's left now is to find that b, which is what we're going to do right now. Okay? So as I said already, we have, let me change color, we have y equals 3 over 2x plus b. Okay? Now, to figure out the y-intercept, you look at where the table equals 0. Okay? Now, I'm not going to jump back, but if you look, there was the point 0, 4. This point is very important. Okay? X equals 0, which means my y-intercept is 4. So then my equation is y equals 3 over 2x plus 4. And there we have it. Now, if it doesn't give you the x equals 0, if this point is not on the table, then you pick one of the points from the table and you do point slope form. We're going to work a little bit on that in class, okay, but that's what you have to do. Now, it might be hard to see this, but if you don't remember point slope form, you must come in to tutoring. I'm not going to be reteaching it during class, so make sure that you know it, or if you don't, come into tutoring. Well, that's it, guys. I'll see you later.